Hello, I am Melody. Welcome to episode 1 of my podcast, AnunnaMelody. And today, this is just a bit of a introduction into what this will be moving forward. And I have been nervous to do this. It's been on my mind to do this for a while, but the nervousness is real, you guys. But why? I've been sitting with that. Why am I nervous about it? Because I do videos, but why is this making me nervous? Because I care about it. I want it to be good. Sometimes I can get into a point where I want it to be good to the point of overthinking it and just not doing it because um because if it's not perfect, then I don't want it. And that's not realistic, because in life things aren't always going to be perfect. Things aren't always going to be perfect. There's going to be a starting point. And when you're starting off, you don't got full momentum. Like if you're running, you have to gain momentum. If you're building muscles, you have to keep working at it. If you're losing weight, you have to keep working at it. You don't start off amazing. So here I am, starting off. So follow, subscribe, join the tribe if you are interested in seeing where this might possibly go. So what am I going to be talking about here? Well, spiritual stuff. If you're already familiar with my channel, hi, hello. But if you're not, I hope to see you again in the future videos. I'm going to be talking about a lot of spiritual stuff. I love spiritual topics. I love magic, like occult type magical stuff, witchcraft. I love theology. I love learning about different people's beliefs. I love paranormal. I really love dreams, like analyzing dreams and discussing dreams. I feel like dreams are very prophetic, and dreams can be a way in which the divine can communicate with us, or spirits communicate with us, or our subconscious to communicate with us. So I want to talk about things like that. I even had it in my mind to maybe have my mom or my dad or some other people get on here and talk, like just people I know, nothing outside of just personal connections and people, real people, but mostly it's just going to be me and you chatting. And I don't know, will it always be at this table? This is my kitchen table. For now, it's right here. But we'll see. And it doesn't have to be perfect. I tell you what, this is like my third time trying to film this. And I was like, the first try, I was like, the angle isn't right. The angle isn't right. It has to be far enough away to where I can make shorts out of it. And I was like, oh, what am I going to talk about? And then it's just like my mind goes blank. Oh, so I want to be real with you guys. I am scared. I'm scared to do this. It makes me feel extremely vulnerable. It makes me feel like I'm not good enough. Why would anybody want to listen to me? Why would anybody want to watch me? Why me? Well, first, why not me? And if you have had those thoughts before too about whatever as it pertains to you, why not you? Why not? And that's a mindset that I want to move forward with, because I want to do things in the now to ensure that future Melody is set up for greatness. Because I wish I would have done this sooner in my life. Seriously. Better now than never. Some people go through life just never thinking about the things and never working through the traumas and the shadow work and the issues, and I've been through a spiritual awakening. I'm not saying that I have spiritually awakened. Okay. That's a whole nother topic I want to get deep into, the topic of spiritual awakening and how that interconnects with the emotional healing journey and self-worth journey, and how that can open up doorways of inner realizations that you've never even really experienced before, and how the spiritual awakening journey is not one that should be rushed. I also want to be extremely clear that I am not a know-it-all guru. I do not have all the answers. If anyone claims to have all of the answers, they are lying to you, or they are lying to themselves. Because nobody has all of the answers here. There's always more to learn. There's always more to learn. This is a huge reality that spans beyond this physicality where our physical flesh is. There's always more to learn. I assure you, if anyone says they know it all, they're full of shit. I want to share my experiences, the lessons I've learned. They say, talk about what you know. That's my intentions. It's my intentions, babes. One thing I wanted to talk about here also is how I've had this channel for a while, but I had made some changes to it as I went through changes. I had went through a breakup that was very traumatic, and I had went through a dark night of the soul that was so deep. And did I face some inner demons? Did I face some traumas? And I'm still going through that. And I'm on a weight loss journey. I have to lose skin to prove it. I'm still on the journey, but I want to talk about that too. That goes into self-improvement. Our physical bodies, if they're healthy and we can move them appropriately, that's going to better our journey moving forward. I want to do things to ensure that future Melody is set up for greatness. And I want to inspire you to do things to ensure that your future selves are set up for greatness, whatever that might mean for you. A little bit more about me is I'm named Melody. My name is Melody, but I am known as AnunnaMelody. I chose that name because, first of all, I really love theology. And Anunna comes from the Sumerians, Mesopotamia, the Anunnaki. I love theology, and that region is known as the cradle of civilization. That's extremely fascinating to me. And I could just talk about it all day. I love it. And so I chose, the Anunna basically means like from the sky. I'll go in deep into that maybe in another video, but it references an ancient pantheon of gods. And I have an affinity for theology. I love it so deeply much. Knowing what other people believe, and just learning about other beliefs that are out in the world doesn't mean that we have to apply every single belief to our own personal existence, but learning about it I think it's important in expanding our knowledge base, expanding our knowledge. After all, why else are we here but to learn? They say that Earth is a learning ground. They say that Earth is a school, the school of Earth, and to experience life as a human, that can be quite restricted. And because if you think about our souls, we have a lot more that goes beyond this physical space. But we incarnate into, they say, 3D reality, but this physical realm. Okay, we incarnate into the realm of humans. And humans are very emotional. Humans have limitations. There's only so far a human body can go. And that makes it a wonderful experience for souls. Because experiencing that limitation, my cats are feeling the vibes. Oh my God. Stop it, you guys. You're annoying me. Okay. So they totally threw me off. But this is raw. This is how I want it. So the physical space, what a better place to learn than being a human and going through the restrictions that physical life offers here while also being emotional. As a soul, it's probably like playing a really hard video game. You wouldn't want an easy video game. Not always. Maybe sometimes. Maybe sometimes a little nice easy video game would be cool. But for the most part, you're playing a game, you want challenge, right? And so that's what this life is. And that's what I think, that learning about the different theologies, the different beliefs, the different ways in which people process things, just everybody has a story. That's another thing I find fascinating, is going out into the world and just people watching sometimes, not in like a weird, creepy way, but just like, you ever just watch cars pass on a road if you're sitting outside on your porch or something, and just like, that person right there in that car passing by, they have a whole past. They have an entire story. They could tell you a story of their life, and it would probably be fascinating. That next person, the same thing. We are all experiencing an interactive reality here. And we're all here in this space together. And I think that is so fascinating. And so I want to find my tribe too. I want to attract soul family, those who perhaps I've met in past lives. I feel like that is something that is a possibility for this realm. You know, we show up authentically in the world. And as a result, we attract those who are meant for us. We attract those who we've known before, who we are divinely woven with, like in our soul pasts and stuff. You know, so these are some of the things that I want to discuss. But I am Melody. I live in Delaware of the United States, and I am about ready to be 40. I'm 39, and I'm excited to see what the next, decade brings. I've learned more about myself in my 30s than at any other time in my life, and I'm excited to experience what the lessons 40s will teach me. And I'm excited to share some of that with you, and also maybe learn from, interacting with y'all via these videos. Learn about y'all's experiences too, should you want to share anything with me. I also offer spiritual guidance sessions on my website, AnunnaMelody, spelled just like my username.com. And I plan to add more on there. It's a work in progress. I am the only one editing my website. I do not have people working for me. I film this myself. I edit this myself. I cut it into shorts myself. I film the shorts like on TikTok and Instagram and stuff myself. I edit my website myself. Everything me. Okay, so it just takes a little bit extra time, but I want to express my authenticity, weave my energy into everything that I do. So yeah, I think that this first episode is going to be quite short, because I want it to just kind of be an introduction, what kind of to expect. If you're down for seeing where this might go, I am excited to have you here. But if not, that's okay too. However, though, you watched it this far, you might as well subscribe. I mean, come on, you know what I mean? If you've watched it this far. Anyway, I hope that you have a blessed and a beautiful day. Don't forget to think about what steps you could take in the now to make sure that your future self is prepared or is experiencing a better life. What are some of the things that you would tell your future self? What are some of the things that you would tell your past self? These are some of the topics I want to discuss. I want to dedicate a whole episode to one of those questions. And then me and you just interact with that question. And you could chat with me in the comments. I want this to kind of feel like it's not me doing a video for the world. It's just me and you at the table talking. Okay? Me and you at the table talking. Have a beautiful day. I hope to see you in the next video. Thank you so much.